To O'Brien, he throws over the middle, complete. Toon all the way, touchdown.
Toon in the end zone. Touchdown, altoon.
Rolling to his left, stopping, throwing long to altoon, and he's got it at the 10. Breaks a tackle at the 5. Touchdown, New York.
I was pretty decent at the game, sports in general, and being athletic when I was fairly young. When I started playing a defensive end my junior year, I had a really, really successful season, and that's when I started getting my recruiting letters. I was recruited as a defensive player and an offensive player, and I wanted to play receiver in college, and Wisconsin was receptive to that. And there were some indications that I was going to be drafted pretty high in the draft, and so I figured I'd focus my energies on football at that point. Leading up to draft day was, it's kind of a little surreal for, a 21-year-old. Just so happened that year, the draft was on my birthday. So we went through the, the first 9 picks, and I thought there was a possibility for me to be taken by several other teams, and then the Jets picked me, and I was not totally surprised, but a little. And I was like, okay, yeah, now let's go. That's one of my, I guess, most memorable days of my life. My first 5 years with the Jets were fast and furious, and had a lot of success, and being 3-time MVP, 3 consecutive years, and led the AFC in receptions one year, and so my kid was born, and a lot of great things happened. The Jets in the early 80s, more specifically as an offensive player, you couldn't ask for anything more. I had a great quarterback in Kenny O'Brien who had a cannon for an arm. Accuracy was impeccable. And then having, some stud running backs in the backfield, like Freeman McNeil and Johnny Hector and those guys. And then, Mickey Schuler at tight end was extremely well respected. My partners in crime, Wesley Walker and Draco Townsell and Kurt Stone early on, and so there's some guys out there that could put some points on the board. The fans, I must say, were tremendously loyal to altoon as a player, and more importantly, altoon as a person. And I think they felt that I was sincere about the game, sincere about my love for them and what they did for me when I was a player. Once I made the decision to retire, it took a while for me to get back to normal. Decided to get my real estate license, which took a while, and just become a passive investor in businesses and in real estate. And so generally speaking, that's what I've done, and it's gone pretty well. And the other thing that it allowed me to do, taking that direction, was to spend more time with my family. And there's no price tag you can put on that. Now I say, almost 20 years retired, and look back on it, and whatever small part that I played in creating tradition and history in New York with the New York Jets is pretty rewarding, and I would say that weighs as much as anything.
O'Brien looking right and left. A pass into the left corner. Touchdown! Touchdown!